I am in the midst of getting caught up to Victor of Tucson, which I believe is a super underrated lit RPG series. So pretty much you have a main character that starts off getting ripped from his world, Earth, and getting sent to like a totally different planet, where he's then enslaved and then thrown into some fighting pits. And that's pretty much the premise of book one, which it highlights and kind of lays out a few things. It lays out the political scene for the world he's now in. He's automatically put into like, a back against the wall type situation where you have to fight to survive. And then this also gives the writer a great opportunity to kind of build out the system, which I think is a very unique lit RPG system. It's one of those lit RPG systems where if you do it, you kind of like get the ability and whatnot. And so pretty much like it kind of encourages the characters to kind of expand their skill sets by doing different things and whatnot, and not just like staying in an individual lane, which I think is always cool in lit RPG books. I hate those ones where you like automatically or randomly assigned skills based on like your class and whatnot. This is a very open type of system. The biggest strength for the protagonist, for me personally, was just like his ambition, his will to survive. I think that really drove the main character, and then that helps the book kind of like take off. Book one was a really good like foundational book, and then halfway through book two they start throwing in like things like bloodlines. They start expanding the world, bringing in new characters, new longtime friends, really like highlighting like his weapons, and just things that are really gonna carry you out like throughout the whole series. And the book just like takes off like at like halfway through book two, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, this series to me is a series that I feel like probably should be talked about more. Unfortunately, like, people have their favorites, and for some reason this is not one of their favorites. I have to kind of like go ahead and reevaluate my top 10 list, because after getting through like 7 books of this, I'm like, man, like it didn't even feel like 7 books. All this dude did was like go to war and conquer for about 7 books, and it felt great. It felt like it made sense. Everything flowed perfectly. The world building was great. They took him off world like really quickly, and so it just turned into a thing where you didn't feel like you were just stuck into this the